Okay, so it's been a while since I've updated anybody, but um, I've been working on these seats for this 2011 F-150. Been replacing the cloth seats. This was a mining truck, so I put the leather on them. They're a little dusty. I had to do some, I had to take a break for a couple reasons. I had to stop working on this particular seat because I sliced my finger wide open and had to get stitches on it, so it kind of messed me up on that one for a couple weeks. Then went out of town and had to build something for my daughter for her upcoming wedding and just stuff. Life got in the way. So I'm not going to bore you with all this stuff, but so here we are. We've got this seat, and this is the driver's side seat, and I replaced the bottom cushion because it was in bad shape, and I've actually used it to borrow parts off of it to fix the top cushion. I kind of wish I'd have bought the top cushion, but I think I'm gonna be okay. You see here, I took some pieces from the old one of the old seats, and I cut them to fit, and I couldn't think of a glue that I wanted to try to use that I had here, so I doused it with wood glue, and I mean, it's holding really good, and all I want it to do is just kind of hold in place, so when I put the cover over tight, it stays and provides that little amount of cushion. So things around the house sometimes will work. No matter what anybody says, if you like experimenting, try it. All I can tell you. People that tell you you're stupid probably hadn't tried it. So anyway, so here we are on this. This is the bottom piece. Like I said, it's dusty. I had to build something out here, and I got wood sawdust on it, so I'm going to have to wipe them down. But that turned out pretty good. And so here we are on this top piece. So I've patched that, and that's okay. But I forgot that the Velcro had torn off. The Velcro is on each side, and it kind of holds these seams to the cushion. That way they don't just bow out, It kind of keeps them in place. So I forgot this one came out with the other seat, and it was gone. So I had to pull it off of the other seat cushion or cover, and I've glued it back on. And now what I'm doing, I told you I used wood glue in some places, and that worked fine. It did okay on this a little bit, but there's some other spots. I really want it to be strong, so let me just tell you what I've done. I have taken, and let me find it. You see that nut right there? Well, there's fishing string tied to it. And I have been sewing this piece of Velcro in with fishing string and this here needle. Maybe you could label this Redneck Garage, but this is the kind of stuff that I do here. This is for me. It's not anything that's going to hurt anything. It's not, you may call it redneck or creative engineering, whatever you want to call it. If it works, it works, and it doesn't affect anything. I mean, it's an old truck getting some new seat covers, so take a few shortcuts to save a few dollars. I always say if it works for you, it works. There's a lot of things I don't like in the car community, but those are not my cars, so you do what you want to do with it. So anyway, this is going to work. I'm sewing this in with fishing string because it's just Velcro, so it's going to be underneath. You're never going to see it. And I'm doing it with fishing string because I can take long spaces and hold it down. It doesn't take, not gonna take but a few swipes, but it's got to be long because it's going through styrofoam. So if you make it short, it's gonna cut right through that styrofoam. Well, I really don't care about it being like super tight, but it's dense enough over 3 or 4 inches that it'll hold it. And so I think this will work. I'm just trying to give an update on my shenanigans, and I'll show you what this seat looks like when I get done with it. I thought I had it whooped, but then I found that Velcro issue. Also, in these seats, you have to, there's a sleeve for the airbag, the passenger side airbag, or driver side airbag. So that sleeve, that airbag has to go up in there, and then it bolts back in right here. And I showed y'all on the earlier video taking that out. And also plugs in. You'll notice the plug goes in at the top. I had it switched around. I tried a couple things and I got them mixed up. I finally got it right. Once you get it right, it'll make sense. So, I'll update again.